Alex, thank you so much for joining us on the Daily Show of Roland-Garros. I'm so excited about this one because we never really worked together just yet. How have you been?
Yes, hello, Danny. Well, it's a pleasure for me as well. Thank you for contacting me because at the end of the day, we are so many ex-tennis players and tennis players. So it's nice that when I received your WhatsApp, I'm like, oh, well, actually through some social media or whatever, I was very happy about it. So thank you.
How have you been? I have to say, and thank you for behalf, I think, of many people, because you and Martina have been very, very motivated and,
Yes.
being really active, which is great. I think you are leading with such a great example. So have you been able to handle all the situation?
Well, yeah, we've been home for the last 70 days already. So, we have 4 kids in total. We have one in common, 3.5, Erika, the little one. She's always with us. And then my 2 girls, they go with the mom from time to time, then they come back each week. And her son also the same thing. So we are busy. We've been doing a lot of practice sessions on Instagram account. Yes, because we felt it was a good, good way of being with people, because for us it seems like it's very easy to do like a fitness session, but for regular people many times when they're home they really don't know what to do. So we bring some expertise people like the physical trainers or physical coaches so we can do different things. And yeah, we're glad that we've been doing that because they really appreciate. And at the end you only do that to have fun, to get through this such a difficult period as good as you could, because we know it's been devastating all over the world.
Now, Alex, very well said. Let's go to Roland-Garros. First of all, the tournament would be happening right now. What is the thing you miss the most not being there?
Well, pretty much I would say the ambience, now that we don't play anymore, that we don't have that pressure, or we don't have this anxious here inside your body that you are like have to play and you complain, or you are worried because it's windy, or if your opponent is very tough, or if the ball is heavy, or if you don't feel the ball. All these things are from the past. I think it's easier. But being there at Roland Garros, just hanging out with everybody, talking to them, doing interviews, commentating for Eurosport as I used to do on Roland-Garros the last few years, and just in touch with the girls, with the boys, that you can just discuss a little bit what's going on. It was always like a period of the year, in the middle of the year, where Paris, everybody was there, and you see people that you haven't seen for so long, and all of a sudden you're at Roland-Garros and you're like, wow, how are you? And everybody has changed so much. And everybody's telling you, oh, how many gray hair you have, you changed so much. And you feel like, yes. And what do you think, you haven't changed or what? You also look a little bit older. What can I tell you? But if you're happy and if you're healthy, it doesn't matter. Roland Garros, it brings you always nice atmosphere. And I like it's a little bit narrower than the other slams, a little smaller, but I personally love it. I really love Roland Garros.
Let's go a little bit to the court for a little while, because I have something personal to say. I played a lot of matches after you, and you played some long ones.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know about that.
Very long ones.
Sorry.
So no, but it's beautiful, because Roland-Garros, without seeing you in the highlights of the day, it's just not Roland-Garros. So
okay, thank you.
You've been a huge part of the tournament for so many years. If you can pick one most beautiful memories that you had, that was the most special moment for you, what it would be?
Well, in a way, what I love the most about Roland Garros for me was that playing best of 5, it gave me the chance to develop my game. I knew that physically I was quite strong. Mentally, I felt that I was someone also with a great attitude to play. During 5 years, at least, I reached the quarterfinals. So the worst result, it was quarterfinals, which not too many players can say that in Roland Garros, like 5 years in a row being in the quarters, and then advancing to the finals twice and one semifinal. So I would say this is pretty much what I take the best from Roland Garros. Let's say the regularity, and the consistency. Being in the finals twice, it's like a great honor. But I have to say, the first one I didn't have any chance against Moya. He was better. But the second one with Kuerten, I feel like still like a little bit of a knife inside my heart, because I felt like I had chances. It was a very windy day. And it's not great memory, but it's great because you play the finals of Roland-Garros. But probably one of my best matches, it was on court 1 against Richard Krajicek. It was, very small, and he was a big server. And I'm like, when I saw court 1, I'm like, no, such a small court. He's going to serve like in a table tennis, like a ping pong, But I played very well. I beat him. And I remember feeling the ball super good. That usually, that most of the time we don't feel the good super good.
Actually, it was court 1 where I played a lot of matches after you. So I was always like, I have time.
Exactly. I give you the time to prepare, to eat.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for giving me extra time.
Exactly.
From all the players I've been talking to so far, it came out a lot of the times that we miss the noise of the fans. We miss the noise of the announcer when you go on the court. We miss the noise of the guy in the mornings when he says the gates are about to open. I think it's been the same voice for the last...
Ouverture de la porte de l'Estade.
And he says it...
Yes.
But he says it in such a mean way, right?
Yeah, you have it on your mind for the rest of your life.
But
I know.
It is definitely the noise that I think we are missing. Alex, I know you are super busy with other media, so I won't keep you too long. But last question I want you to ask, because it's a subject we've been talking about for ever since I remember, that the Spanish players are always dominating the clay. It's a very obvious thing. I want you to tell me why that is. Is it the footwork? Is it the technique? What is it?
Well, a little bit of combination of lots of things. Mainly, we grew up playing on clay. So we've been taught to play with a lot of topspin. On clay, when you play topspin, it will bounce very high to the opponents. That means that you don't make too many mistakes. That, as we usually say, you pass many balls, means that physically you need to develop your game a lot, because you're not going to make winners after 2-3 shots. While if you grow up maybe indoors or hard courts, maybe in 2-3 shots you win the point. On clay, you need to work. It's like a chess game. You need to move here, you need to move there. Okay, now you win here, but then you lose there, And then it reinforces your mind, because you know that you might spend 3-4 hours to win a match. So if you do that while you practice when you are back home, then you're ready when you need to face that. While if you are from different countries, that maybe when you practice, you hit the ball very well, you feel it, but you hit a winner after one backhand down the line. Here, you can survive. You can go up again. You restart the point. So that gives you like a big strength to be such a competitor, that then when you reach Roland-Garros, they're playing a Spanish guy or Argentinian guy that they grow similar than us. It's going to be a battle, and you need to play with that. I'm going to tell you something just to finish if you want, but when I started the matches, I didn't want to hit any winner. I wanted just to move my opponent. I wanted to spend 30 minutes and look at the score and say, oh, Jesus, it's only 2-1, because I felt that I was used to do that. So if I play someone from another country that is not used to it, after 35 minutes and they looked at the scoreboard and they feel like it's only 1-all deuce, I know that after one set, they're going to nearly give up. What happened that if I find someone that does the same than me, then it's a battle, it's a war. And in those wars, I won so many, but some of them I couldn't, because, as I said, I missed a little bit of power, and I tried my best to win Roland-Garros. It was, I don't know, I spent so many hours working physically, mentally, tennis to reach it, and I was not good enough, Daniela. I couldn't make it.
It's pretty clear to every one of us that you've made it big time, and you've been such a huge part of the tournament ever since I can remember. So, Alex, thank you so much for sharing your wonderful input and having this time with us on the daily show and chatting. And I hope so much we get to see each other somewhere soon with some live tennis. Until then, please stay healthy, safe, say hi to Martina, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Daniela. Thanks for a nice chat, for getting back to me, and merci beaucoup à tout le monde.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.